Do we have to do both of them?
No, I'd like you to pick one. Something that changes or something that does not change. And write that on your sticky note.
Something that do like an image.
Whatever you think of, and we're going to talk about it. Whatever you think of, something that can change or does change, and something that does not change. Yes, anything. Does anybody have an example ready? Mason?
My bedroom.
Your bedroom?
It's messy.
Huh?
It's messy all the time.
How does that change? Does it ever change? Oh, so that's something that doesn't change? Is it your bedroom is constantly in a messy state?
Yeah.
All right, bring that on up to the board. Joshua S.?
People change as they get older.
Yes, they do. So that is something that does change. Bring yours up, please. And
The amount of Christians.
that number changes over time. All right. And Carl?
The seasons change.
The seasons change. Haley?
Trees.
Trees change.
Change almost every season.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Excellent, Haley. We're going to be talking about the trees that we've been doing a project on here in just a minute. Joshua G.
Weather.
The weather changes. Yes, very good. Trinity? Trees change? Yes.
Animals change.
Animals change. How do they change?
Well, animals are starting to get either a little bit nicer or a little bit angrier.
Yes, their
Because
temperaments.
of the habitat they're in, or because something is getting their food, and well, they change like that.
They change to meet the needs and of the environment around them. Coy?
The moon changes.
The moon changes. Yes, it goes through different full moons, new moons.
A cuttlefish's skin color changes.
Why does it change?
Well, you see, a cuttlefish is like an octopus. It can change the color of its skin to hide itself and then get its prey quick and easy.
Right, for camouflage. Good
And
example.
also to dolphins. Dolphins are very good predators to a cuttlefish.
All right, so it changes to protect itself.
The earth will change in the future.
Yes, in the future the earth will be different. How so?
There'll be like new cars flying in the sky, and then airplanes flying like very high in the sky.
So we'll have all kinds of new inventions and improvements? Yes. So why is that important for us today? When you're growing up, do you think your world is going to constantly be changing?
Yes. Yes.
Do you think that you can go around with the attitude, I don't like change?
No.
No, because your world is going to be constantly changing. And some of the jobs that you're going to have, we don't even have in our world today. So change is something that we want to embrace. Now, one thing about today's lesson is we're going to be talking about change as a concept. And I'm going to help you understand what a concept is. A concept is a way of thinking about things. How can we help to bring about positive change in our world? And I want to ask you, what do you think the word positive change means? Why is the positive change up here, do you think? Mason?
Because positive change means like a good change it's good for the environment, and it's good for like good for everybody and everything. And positive means and also another word for positive is like I'm positive I will give you blah, blah, blah.
Oh, certain. And I'd like you to think about some things that Rural Hall Elementary School has done to help bring about a positive change in our world.
Raise money for The penny one?
The penny wars, and that was raising money for the United Way. And does anybody know some things the United Way, some agencies they work with? Hunter?
They like get, the money that they have, like, go to some other people. If, like, if they don't have nothing, like homeless people, they would get some other money so they can, buy some food.
Right, so the penny boards went to the United Way, and the United Way helps the homeless, the people that are hungry, senior citizens, people that are sick. Okay, what else has Rural Hall done to help others in our world? Toys?
Donating,
What has Rural Hall donated?
they've donated toys.
Yes, we have brought in toys. Yes. What else has Rural Hall done?
Last year we gave out cake. We gave like foods, goods, pantry. Yeah, canned foods.
Okay, oh, all right. Very good. And anything else we haven't thought of? Kevin?
Top box.
Box tops for
Yeah.
kids? Yes, that helps our school. William? Jump rope for park? Excellent. So you can see that our school has helped our world in many different ways. Now, I want you to think back on our social studies, and I want you to think of some people that we have read about in our social studies book. Who are some people that have also helped our world that we have read about? Braylee?
It's who is it?
Tell me what that he or she did.
It's a he the white people and the black people, who is it?
Rosa Parks?
No, Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King, yes. What did he do? Carl?
Martin Luther King, back then, he, gave a speech to let, cause, black people and white people had to be separated in different schools. But Martin Luther King made, black people and white people so they could go to the same school and work at the same job and do the same thing. So it wouldn't be a bunch of white people and a whole bunch of black.
Right, so he gave equal rights to everybody, and he brought our schools together. Excellent. Joshua G.
He also, in his speech, he said, that black people, won't have to be servants anymore.
Okay, he had a very famous speech called I Have a Dream. But if you can just tell me some names of some people that you're thinking of. Trinity?
President?
The president, yes, he's definitely working to make our country a great place to live. William?
Abraham Lincoln?
And what did Abraham Lincoln do?
I forgot what he did.
Does anybody know about Abraham Lincoln, Connor?
Abraham Lincoln freed slavery.
Freed the slaves, yes.
Yeah, black people, African Americans weren't slaves.
Right.
Anymore, and everybody, and nobody being slaves anymore.
Exactly, very good. Caleb?
He was a boxer around segregation, and Muhammad Ali. Yeah, he was a really, really good boxer, and he was one of the white boxers that played box.
What I want to ask you is all the people that we've been talking about, the leaders that you had time to mention, were they being good citizens?
Yes.
Why? Raise your hand if you can tell me, what were they doing that was showing good citizenship? Who hasn't had a chance to talk? Somebody who hasn't had a chance to talk. Eli?
I thought.
Do you know? Connor?
Wait.
Why were the leaders that we've mentioned showing good citizenship? What are some of the characteristics of good citizens?
Well, they are part of they help the community, and they're not mean to anybody or anything.
Well, you hit the nail on the head. A good citizen is someone who makes our world a better place. And there's a very good definition I want to read to you out of one of our social studies books. It says, good citizens work together. They try to make their community a better place. They follow laws. They speak out against laws that are unfair. They vote. Good citizens respect everyone, and they help others. All right, I want to ask you, do you have to wait until you're older to be a good citizen?
No.
Is there something that you at your age, maybe something that you're doing now, that is showing good citizenship? Trinity.
Sometimes when my mom looks at my shoes and my clothes, we donate my shoes and my clothes to Africa and India and people who need their clothes.
Yes, excellent. Helping other people in need. Brayley?
My clothes and shoes that I can't wear, I pass them down to like my other family.
Sure, we can help people in our own family. Yes. Tyson?
We were given our clothes that we couldn't fit and that we didn't want, and my mom really wanted this new dress that she found, and everybody had a good time.
All right, excellent. Caleb?
There is this bus, we do it every year. There's this bus that you give toys away to kids that the kids have like broken legs and stuff and they can't get their own toys and they're in the hospital. And
Yes, helping children in the hospital.
Me and my mom, we either take some of my toys and give it to them or we buy some for them, like new ones, and we put them on the bus right before it leaves.
Right, that's a great idea. Carl?
Well, sometimes, while I'm like doing my sports, people, they have this little box, and they like just started it, and they put not too much money, like $20 bills, but they put dollar bills and things, and 50 cents, and we donated to hospitals and things.
To hospital?
And we made these mats to put their food on, and every time they see it, it'll make them smile.
Oh, excellent. Making people smile and also giving them something to eat. Sammy?
At my church one time, we went, lots of people, our church was having kind of we were donating like toys that other kids like they didn't use or like they didn't really want.
Right.
And we donated them to like people, like kids that don't really have toys or nothing to play with.
Right. All right, so boys and girls, there are lots of ways that students and children your age can make a positive difference in the world and be good citizens. You do not have to wait until you grow up to make a real difference in the world. Now, what I wanted us to do this morning is a quick activity where I have some news articles about children your age that were online, and it's two different stories about how children your age made a big difference in the world. All right, what about the kids helping give others access to books? Rayleigh, what was that about?
Kiana Jackson, she was a good reader, and she wanted kids to donate books, like, for other people because they didn't have any.
Excellent. Yes, so there were people kids in her community that couldn't afford books, and so she asked other kids to donate books to help them out. Excellent. So what do these two stories have in common? How are they alike? Leisha?
They're both donating.
They're both stories about people donating. Hunter?
Helping people.
Both stories about people helping people. Julia?
Well, both stories are about, like, helping others and good citizens.
Excellent. Yes, they're all good citizens. They're helping make their world better. They're all about people helping people. What are the ages of the people in these articles? Who was doing this? Haley?
Elementary kids.
Elementary kids. Was that just like you?
Yes.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yes, Caleb?
In my story, her brother was helping her out, and he was in high school.
Yes, but that's still, he's a teenager, right? So kids, just like you, can make a big difference in your world. And some of you shared with us earlier this morning some things that you're already doing. But what I'd like you to do now, just to finish up our lesson, is I want you to think about something that you can do to bring about positive change to your world. And this is a pledge. It's a form where you're going to put your name, and it says, I can bring about positive change to my world. I pledge to make a difference at my school or at my home, in my community, or in the world by doing something. So to wrap up the lesson, I'd like for each of you just to think about one thing that you can do to make your world a better place, to be a responsible citizen in your world. And it doesn't have to be something that you're going to do necessarily this week, but something maybe you might want to do in the future, like some of the students we read about. I thought that using a concept lesson was a good way to introduce citizenship and changing the world, because a concept lesson is an idea that you can use in multiple subjects, and the knowledge is transferable. And I felt like if they could use that word today, the concept of change, in the following lessons we have in social studies, we will also use change, and then they'll connect all that knowledge together. I think that the students in my class did a great job, and that they were engaged. And that's the best part about teaching, is to have them answer the questions and for them to add new ideas. They're always coming up with things that I wouldn't even have thought of. So that's what I think was the best part about the lesson. I guess the advice I would have is to, whatever subject you're teaching, is to read through the standards and then bring kind of your passion to it. When I was reading about citizenship, I really wanted to focus on changing the world, and as I said, the idea of using a concept, and that just kind of puts your slant on the subject, and that's what makes you as a teacher excited about teaching it.